Hey there, let's talk about the absolute best case in my opinion for the PlayStation Vita. Now as you can tell, this case fits the form factor for the 1000 series, which is the original and OLED model. However, they do have a case that fits the form factor of the 2000 series, which is the much smaller slim model. Why is this the best case though? Well, first and foremost, it is super comfortable and it fits your fingers incredibly well underneath and around. So it's very nice to hold, but the real reason why this case is so excellent is because of these. This case adds L2 and R2 by basically adding touch activated buttons right here that are triggered by pressing the triggers, which essentially equates to not having to press the rear touchpad over here. So games that just work off of this spot and this spot all the way down, now you have these. Or games that work up here and down here, now you have these and you still have to touch these. However, there is an attachment you can buy for this portion here. However, it's not entirely recommended, at least from my perspective. Another reason why I like this case so much, as I said before, is it fits your hands very well. It really feels super sturdy and comfortable to hold. It is very hard to disagree with why they chose to make it the way they did. And on top of that, really, it is just super comfortable, and the button functionality is fantastic and works very well. With that said, however, these buttons here, the triggers, are much more relatable to a DualShock 3 rather than a DualShock 4 controller. They're not the greatest, they're not the worst. The quality of them is definitely there, and you can feel that love and care was put into making the product. However, it just doesn't have the absolute accuracy and feel of a DualShock 4. So with that said, does it work on PlayStation Vita games? Yes. Normally you have to touch the rear touchpad to make this work. However, now you can just hold R2, which in my opinion is much easier to do. Another real reason why this is such an important case is for the main attraction, let's say, remote play. Who doesn't love playing their PlayStation 4 on their PlayStation Vita? I know I certainly do. Why would you need this case for that? Because the Vita just doesn't have L3, R3, L2, and R2. Now, you can't really do a whole lot with just adding 2 buttons when you're missing 4. But if you add the missing 2, a lot of the games you're going to be playing will allow you to custom map the L3 and R3 buttons. So with that said, having the L2 and R2 really makes the games much more functional and much more playable. How do I attach the case to my Vita though? There's a few clips there, and there that basically just lift up, you unfold, and on top of that, then all you need to do is slide your Vita in, close it, and it just works. Aesthetically, the case is very pleasing. It's a nice, durable, hard plastic with a matte finish. As you can see, there's a little bit of a texturing to it here, which I personally prefer and enjoy. And with that said, this is the absolute best case for the PlayStation Vita. Any game on the PlayStation Vita that requires the touchpad that you wished you could have physical buttons for, now you can. And all those times you wanted to play remote play titles, like especially sports games or shooters, now you have the aim and shoot button. Just like that. Some games like Call of Duty allow mapping to the L and R buttons, which is by no means a bad alternative, but overall, I feel it adds a definite large amount of comfort that wasn't originally there, especially for someone like me who has really fat hands. So with that said, I would highly recommend this case. It is a very expensive case, mind you. If you're in the States, it'll probably run you about $50. If you're in Canada, it'll run you about $80 to $100 for the Model 1 series case. The Model 2 series case, there is much greater variety and selection with those cases available. The Model 1 is much harder to come by and thus much more expensive. So I can't give you an accurate pricing for the Model 2, unfortunately, but for the Model 1, that's about what you'll pay. Is it worth it? To some people, no. It is going to be way too expensive of a purchase and very hard to justify unless you do a lot of remote play or this or that. But for the enthusiasts such as myself who absolutely adores their PlayStation Vita, it is the absolute way to go. Thanks so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked the video, please give the video a like. If you disliked the video, please leave a thumbs down and let me know in the comment section below why you disliked the video. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, or requests, hit me up in the comment section below. And last but not least, if you'd like to be notified upon release of my future content, please subscribe to me at Review Station. Thanks so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video.